Hello my creative peeps, and welcome back for your creative weekly vlog. I have some guest stars in the studio today in the form of little furry friends, so if you hear any dog whining or barking, that is what's going on, so just bear with me. So I started out my week last week on Sunday by making my November calendar. You guys may have seen me post this on Instagram. You have also already seen this footage if you are part of my Patreon Creative Weeks. This first 8 minutes was actually a real-time journal with me as a Creative Week extra video over on my Patreon. So if you'd like to get extra content from me every week, you can go check that out. It's always linked below and usually at the end of the video. But anyway, I asked them if they minded if I spit it up for you, since I promised you guys that I would show me making my November calendar. So here we are. This was kind of an all-around journaling session, so I was catching up on photos. I had various photos from the beginning of November and then the last week or so of October. So I just kind of laid them all out in my usual photo catch-up fashion to figure out what I wanted to do. Now, you guys may remember I made some acetate, I believe, last week, and I used the acetate to make my calendar, so a piece that I kept for myself. And I'm going to build the calendar on one side of it. I'm also going to use stickers from my new sticker collection over on Etsy, so if you'd like to check that out. They're offered in matte sticker paper and vinyl stickers, so I'm pretty excited about that. I hand cut them all myself. I will be putting together another digital kit for my international peeps with those images in it as well, like I did last time with the anatomy kit. So stay tuned for that coming in the next couple weeks or so. I have some more things that I want to add to it. But it is coming, it's coming. So one of the things I do over on Patreon every month is I host a challenge. So part of my challenge this month is to use things from my Hoard It journal. So you'll see me pull things out from there in this session. Such as kind of like the eyeball sticker. Those two crystals are from my new sticker shop thing, and then this sticker right here that I'm going to use like a tab was also part of my quote-unquote hoarding stash. So there's that. I have so much fun doing the challenges every month, and I know some of the other ladies do as well. So here I'm just going to use the stickers. And I really like how this page came out. I used some of my favorite washi tapes. And it's just a really awesome calendar, perfect for my birthday. Basically just an excuse to do things that I like. Not that you need an excuse, but anyway, so I'm done putting that together, and then I moved on to this page, which you may remember I worked on a couple of weeks ago. I think I did anyway. So I'm pulling these things here out of my Hoard It journal, so the Monopoly money and those glitter stars, and I'm going to make a little photo collage. This is actually an accidental photo that I took of myself. I meant to push record to start filming for a pen stash over on Patreon, and I took a picture of myself instead. So I thought it was funny, and I wanted to document the fact that I have been trying to get rid of things lately. So there's just using that photo for that. I had to go get something, so I set my microphone down and was like, be right back, because it's real time. So I wanted to use some of my new Posca paint pens. My aunt was very kind and gave me some money for my birthday and told me to purchase some Posca markers because she knew that I wanted to expand my collection a little bit now that I had gotten rid of the ones that I didn't like. And I am very happy. I've been using them like crazy. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to store them at hand, but we're getting there. That page there is just a bunch of like swatches that I did. So I took one of the Posca paint markers and laid down just like a little patch to do some journaling over, so like making a foundation for a label basically. And I must have been looking something up. No idea what I was looking up, but oh. I wanted to write the definition of purge because I was talking about how I was purging my supplies. So I thought it would be fun just to put like the technical definition in my journal because I'm a gigantic nerd like that. So I took a sticky note that looks like a crystal. This I got from one of my pen pals, and I just wrote the definition on there, and yeah, so that was a pretty cool and nerdy addition that I'm really happy that I did. And that sticky note just matched the colors perfectly that I was working with. And then I'm just using my Posca paint marker to put in my title, just kind of explain what I'm doing in the photo, I suppose. I really like that sheet from Taylor Ann. I'm on her Patreon, and I actually have not gotten to use anything off of the sheet yet, but this arrow was inspired by the one that she put on her sheet. There is an octopus on that sheet, so you better believe I shall be using that very soon. I have a whole stack of papers here actually that I should be using, just haven't got around to yet. And I just wanted to put something there because I felt like it was empty on that white space up there, so I stuck a sticker that says enjoy. And just kind of tried to do a drop shout out with my pen. Now we're on Thursday. I spent pretty much the entire day on Thursday, probably about 5 hours working on a new sticker set. I know it's crazy. I wanted to do some crystal stickers. It's been something that I wanted to do for a while, and not only did I want to do stickers, but I also wanted to do like a scrapbook-esque type piece of paper with them. So I didn't film me drawing or coloring in any of the crystals. I actually did that on my bed while watching, catching up on some Patreon videos from Courtney, Little Raven Ink, so that was fun. But it took a lot of editing, and once I edited it all together and printed it out, I realized that the crystals didn't stand out very well because they didn't have a bold outline. They were just kind of it just didn't look the way that I wanted it to look. So after I digitally collaged the entire sheet together, I was like, I'm not individually fixing them and then collaging it again. That would be insane. It would take me so long. So I just printed it out, printed out my design on some printer paper, and took a Faber-Castell Pitt artist pen in the medium tip and outlined all of them. And it looks really cool, and I'm really happy with how it came out. I printed it out on some vellum, and it looks freaking boss, and I'm so excited. This will also be part of a digital kit that I'm working on. So like I said, stay tuned for that in the next couple weeks, but I definitely love how it came out. I probably shouldn't have wasted an entire day working on it, but it's just what I felt like doing, so that's what I did there. Things that you have not seen yet in the video that I worked on during the week. I've been working on finishing a custom journal, which you'll see on Monday, a flip through of. I've also been working on some December daily journals and starting a new journal collection. I was hoping to have it out in November, but it'll probably be like a December collection. But the Christmas journals will be out in time for you to buy one for a December daily. So I do need to get a crack on that, but I didn't film myself doing any of those things. I'm not sure why, it just didn't happen. So I did want to let you know, since, you know, it is a creative week video, that was part of my week. That big jump from Sunday to Thursday, things did happen. So yeah, as you can see, outlining this took me quite a long time. I was listening to some kind of podcast or something. But yeah, so there you can see my originals. And I'm going to also outline the originals in black and rescan those for the purpose of stickers, but for the purpose of the vellum sheet, which now you can see with the black outlines, it looks freaking awesome. It's way better in person, trust me. But yeah, I'm thinking of offering printed vellum of that design and possibly another design in my shop for the new kit. So if that's something that tickles your fancy, let me know down below. I would love to know if that would be something that you'd be interested in purchasing, because I don't know about you, but I'm obsessed with vellum, and to have my own designs on vellum would be pretty sweet. I would love to see that in your journals. It's still super weird for me to, like, not weird in a bad way, but weird in a good way, when you guys show me pictures of either things you've done inspired by something that I've done, or like places you've put my stickers, or digital kits of mine that you've used. It's just a really, really cool experience, and I really appreciate you sharing those things with me. Also super crazy watching people journal in my journals. Still can't get over that. So thank you for your support and for sharing those things with me. It's really, really cool. So I don't know what inspired me to do this. I was on a sketchbook binge this day. I don't remember whose sketchbook flip I was watching, but I was just inspired to work in mine. I kind of realized later that I didn't draw my crystals in my sketchbook, which was weird. Like, why wouldn't I have watched them? Jeez. Why wouldn't I have drawn them in my book? But I just didn't, I don't think, to do that. So I just wanted to take this swatch page to another level and kind of keep my hand busy while I was waiting on things scanning, because scanning takes forever. So I had just been outlining the swatches and I thought it looked pretty cool. This is one of the test prints of the crystals without the outline on vellum, so I really wanted to attach that in my sketchbook. So I just used some crystal theme washi tape that I had and tipped it in to another swatch page. I don't know what, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I really wanted to add something to the front of this insert. This insert is from Bree, who is the lady who does documented journey here on YouTube, and she sells journals on Etsy. There we go, brain cramp. I only had 1 cup of coffee today, you guys, you have to bear with me. So yeah, I didn't want to cover up her beautiful illustration, but I did want to make the cover a little more me. So I ended up putting some of that crystal vellum on there and then added that eyeball sticker, which is actually from Bree. So that was pretty cool. And I'm just looking for ways to kind of spice up this sketchbook a little bit. There's lots of things in here that I'm not a huge fan of. When I started it, it was just really awkward, and yeah, like I said, there's things in there that I really don't like, and I want it to be something that I enjoy flipping to and through, so that I'll do things like put my actual crystal illustrations in it in the future. So that's what I was doing there. And then now that I'm done scanning all these things in digitally, I wanted to cut up the originals and put them in my regular journal. So these were just done on a piece of watercolor paper, so I very loosely fussy cut with a white border out the illustrations that I had done, and I'm going to glue them in my journal. So yeah, why I didn't put them in my sketchbook, I'm not sure. I guess I just liked them so much that I really wanted them to be in my journal. So then I just played around and I wanted to find a good spot for them, and I thought putting them on this kind of dark forest vintagey looking envelope would be a good bet. I wanted to have them kind of trickle onto the next page as well. Right now I'm kind of on the kick, excuse me. Right now I'm kind of on the kick of kind of decorating my pages and prepping ahead, and then just writing when I feel the need to write. So it's working out pretty well so far. I think I'm 4 or 5 pages ahead, but a lot of the little tiny things that I want to document like this don't really have to go with a specific day. I just want them in there. So that's a good way to make your writing pages look more aesthetically pleasing if you don't have a photo that particularly goes with what you're journaling about, because knowing me, I generally don't. So, yes, hello baby. The dog wants to be petted. Or one of them, I should say. Anyway, I really wanted to put a header on this layout to say that it was my original illustrations and not stickers. So I just sketched out another crystal real quick, and I'm just going to kind of repeat the process so you'll see a little bit how I created them. So I just sketch it out with a pencil real quick, outline it very loosely with the artist pen. And then on the originals, I did lay down watercolor first, but this was not going to be a watercolor scenario. And plus, the green background, you don't really need it. So I just took the same colored pencils that I used. There's Peanut. And kind of just did my thing. I do like a highlight white outline. So I was just doing that. And then I decided to outline it in my black Posca paint pen, and I'm going to use the white one as well to put in more of the highlights, so you can really get that crystal vibe. And then yeah, just continuing to kind of layer pencils in. I did go for a little bit of lighter color than I used on the original illustrations because it was hard to see over that dark paper. And yeah, I believe that is the end of the video after I add the date. So I would like to, I took a photo for this thumbnail. And I'd like to take a second to thank all of my patrons for supporting me over on my Patreon. Right now they're helping me save up for a camera and pay my bills, which is really important. So thank you guys so much for that. Thank you guys for watching. That also helps support me a lot, so please don't think that I don't value your time, because I do. So please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos, notification bell so that you don't miss the flip through of the custom journal on Monday, and I'll catch you guys next one. Take care, guys. Bye.